Hello, I am back again today with something new. I have had a lot of friends recently ask me this question of what is the difference between a bobble stitch, a puff stitch, and a popcorn stitch? So I'm going to show you those today. I have already crocheted my foundation just for ease. I am starting this row, I'm going to do bobble stitches. So a bobble stitch is a little more flat than the other two, and it's made like this. So we're going to yarn over like we're starting a double crochet, and we're going to insert our hook, make a yarn over, but we're only going to pull through the first two loops. We're not going to do it again and pull through, but we are going to yarn over again and insert our hook, pull through those two loops. We should have 3 on our hook now. We're going to yarn over again, insert our hook, pull through 2, so now we have 4 loops. We're going to do that one more time, and then we're going to yarn over one last time and pull through all the loops. This is a fairly flat stitch. We're going to finish off with a chain. I'm going to do a double crochet between. I'm going to show you again. So we act like we're going to start a double crochet. We insert our hook, we yarn over, we only pull through the first 2, we yarn over again, we insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. So now we have 3, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. I'm going to do that one more time. And then you yarn over one last time and pull through all 5. So it should be fairly flat. I'm going to finish off this row, and we're going to move on to puff stitches. Sorry, bear with me, you will have to watch me make these. But this was a really good question, and I'll be honest, I didn't fully know the difference until recently myself. I mostly use puff stitches. I don't really use popcorn or bobble stitches, but I had a pattern recently that used one, and it just kind of made sense. So I decided to do a video and everything on it. But I made a blog post. You'll have to check that out. The link is on my channel, and it'll be one of the newer blog posts. If you came here from that blog post, awesome. Glad you found us. Yeah. I'm just going to leave that as it is. And finish off the rest of this row with double crochet. If you are looking for beginner crochet stitch tutorials and are open to live video settings, if you check out my group Naughty Bliss Crochet, I go live typically every Sunday afternoon for 15-20 minutes to show another stitch. Those happen every week. The lives get posted, so you are able to find those pretty easy. But yeah, I hope you'll join us over there. Designers, if you design patterns, you can promote in that group, which is kind of exciting. But yeah, I don't know why I made this so long. But I'm going to do a row of double crochet between these just so they'll be a little more obvious. So on this side, the bobble stitch actually looks kind of like a bobble. But depending on which way your fabric goes and if you're working in the round or not, they're not necessarily going to be as noticeable. And that's okay. But these 3 stitches are a great way to add texture if you're just kind of winging a project. I really like puff stitches. They're very dense, and I think that's why I like them. If you're curious, I'm currently using I Love This cotton from Hobby Lobby. It's a 4-weight cotton. It's very soft. I do love it. I use it for pretty much all of my summer wear, which is kind of fun. The hook I'm using is also from Hobby Lobby. It's one of their ergonomic hooks. It makes crocheting for me so much more comfortable, just based on the way I crochet. So we are going to move on to our puff stitch. So I'm going to start the row with a double crochet. Puff stitches, we are going to be inserting and pulling up a loop multiple times. There are a variety of ways to do this stitch. The way I always do it in my patterns is I aim for 7 loops on my hook before I pull through all of them. But this can vary from 5 to 11 typically. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert our hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, insert our hook, pull up a loop, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to yarn over and then we're going to pull through all those. And it's a little denser, it's a little more round. Some people chain right there. I do on some of my patterns. I don't always though. So yarn over, insert, pull up, yarn over, insert, pull up, yarn over, insert, pull up. So that's my last yarn over. I'm going to pull through. You do not have to chain after, depending on the pattern. The difference really is there's not as much space between this one. I chained one after and this one not so much. So yeah. But that is puff stitch. That one's fun. I like that one just because it's very dense. That one, if you're curious patterns I have for it, I have them in my summer puff shorts and I think it's called summer puff crop top. I think that's what it's called. They're a matching set of patterns, but you can buy one or the other. They're kind of fun. I don't know if I have any other patterns with that right now, but I have a lot of textured patterns. I love textures, so it works out. I'm doing a row of double crochet real quick, and then we are going to move on to popcorn stitch. Popcorn stitch is kind of one of the weird ones, but I like it. I've used it a couple times in a couple patterns, and then I ended up actually the second or third time I made that pattern, I actually switched it out for a puff stitch because, or bobble stitch. They look very similar. All three of these look really similar, so I can understand why people get confused. And I have been known to sub them out before because I quite frankly don't like doing popcorn stitches. I just don't. To me, they're a pain, so I avoid them. Okay, so there's that row. So popcorn stitch. This one, we start with 5 double crochets in one stitch. I'm doing my double crochet at the beginning. So it's going to look like a shell at the beginning. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to make this loop on our hook really big. We're going to count back 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to insert our hook through that stitch. We're going to put our loop back on. Oops, and I missed it. And then we're just going to slip that through there to close it. And then let me do that a couple times and then I'll show you what it looks like on the other side. So we're gonna 5 double crochet into the same stitch. So there's my 5. I know it's... Try to use white yarn because my table is so dark. But there's our 5. I'm going to make that loop really big and slide it off. I'm going to put my hook through the top of the first one. and then put that loop back on my hook. And then I'm just gonna pull that through to secure it. And then this is what it looks like. Like it's giant, but it looks very similar to the Bobble Stitch there at the bottom. But yeah, I have definitely substituted this one for this one or this one. And the fun part is you can actually kind of use your fingers to push them out a little bit, and they end up with a little more definition. But that is our popcorn stitch, this is our puff stitch, and this is our Bobble Stitch. I really hope this helps, and I hope you'll check out my other videos. There will be more stitch tutorials coming soon. I am working on some more free patterns to offer as videos, so I hope you come back and check those out. Have a great rest of your day.